All right, beautiful Taurus souls, gather close, because what I'm about to share with you isn't just for your ears, it's for your very spirit. Have you ever felt that gentle tug, that undeniable whisper in the quiet moments, telling you something big, something extraordinary is about to unfold? If you're here with me now, tuning into the inner secrets, it's no accident, my dears. This, my friends, is a cosmic wink, a signpost on your destined path. This isn't just another video in the endless scroll. Oh no. This is a divinely timed intersection, a sacred meeting point between your beautiful soul and the vast, knowing universe. Think of it. Destiny isn't some far-off concept. It's breathing here, right now, in this very moment. And for you, steadfast Taurus, the universe has a message, a profound truth, ready to break through the surface. Can you sense it? That subtle shift in the atmosphere, that feeling of lightness, almost like a long-held breath, finally being released? Perhaps it's like the fog in your life, the one that's lingered maybe for years, maybe even generations, is beginning to dissipate, isn't it? Or maybe it's that door, the one you felt was firmly locked, is now, ever so gently, starting to creak open. That, my loves, is the unmistakable energy of release, of transformation, of destiny, turning a magnificent new page in your book of life. Prepare yourselves, dear Taurians, because you're stepping into a new era, a chapter painted in vibrant hues of abundance. Imagine it. Money flowing not in trickles, but like a glorious waterfall, cascading into your life. Envision your career not just ticking along, but blossoming, reaching heights you've only dared to dream of. And most importantly, imagine your soul, that beautiful, resilient soul of yours, finally beginning to heal, to mend, to truly thrive. And yes, love, true, unwavering love, is on its way, not with a shout, but with a steady, comforting presence. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Drowning in wealth? Is that really for me? And I hear you. It's not about greed, not at all. It's about recognizing that abundance is your birthright, surrounding you on every level. Financially, yes, but also emotionally, spiritually, in every facet of your beautiful existence. You, my dear Taurus, have been stronger than anyone truly knows. You've weathered storms in silence, navigated hidden currents of life, faced disappointments too deep for words, carried wounds in solitude. Because, let's be honest, who truly understood the depth of your steadfast heart? But in that quiet strength, in those silent moments of endurance, the universe has been a constant witness. In those sleepless nights, when worries might have crept in, you were being forged, refined, made even more magnificent. And now, every single effort, every single act of perseverance, no matter how dismissed or overlooked by the world, is about to be repaid, and repaid in full. Someone is watching you, Taurus, not just with fleeting eyes, but with a soul-level connection that transcends the ordinary. Maybe they haven't spoken a word yet. Perhaps you've even passed them by, unaware. But the bond between you and this person, oh, it was woven into the very fabric of fate long, long ago. And they are about to appear in your life's tapestry. And this time, it's different. No more uncertainty, no more fleeting, half-hearted connections that leave you feeling adrift. This, my dear Taurus, is destined love. The kind of love your heart has always known it deserved. The kind that feels like coming home to yourself. So, if you're feeling a stirring within you, a sense of anticipation, a knowing deep down in your soul, trust it. You're not wrong. That's destiny. Beautiful destiny, shifting, aligning, finally turning in your favor. No more hesitation, no more being held back by the shadows of the past. No more being paralyzed by fear. This right here, right now, is the moment the universe is urging you to awaken, to rise, and to step boldly into the most radiant, most fulfilling phase of your life. Keep watching, my beloved Taurians. Stay with me until the very end, because what's coming next isn't just a message to passively receive. It's a soul-level calling, whispered directly to you, meant only for your ears, for your heart, for your journey. And if you resonate with these revelations, if you feel the truth of these words deep within your being, and you want to help us spread this incredible positive energy from the universe, from the divine, consider supporting our community. Your contribution through a super thanks, even a small gesture, helps us build, helps us create, helps us continue to share these powerful, uplifting messages with souls all around the world. Thank you from the depths of my heart, and may peace and abundance shower upon you always. Amen. Taurus, a long cycle has indeed come to its end. A quiet, persistent current, perhaps one that made you feel trapped, circling in a loop with no visible escape, has finally, decisively been broken. Can you truly feel it? That overwhelming sense of relief, like an invisible weight, a heavy wall you didn't even realize was there, has crumbled, allowing the radiant light to pour in, illuminating every corner of your life. This isn't just change, my friends. This is liberation. This is the moment your soul, in its deepest wisdom, has been patiently waiting for, perhaps for lifetimes. You have lived in quiet patience for far too long, haven't you, Taurus? Always the steady one, always enduring, always striving, always giving, often without asking for recognition, without seeking praise. You didn't complain, you didn't demand the spotlight. You simply kept working, kept carrying, kept sacrificing, all the while believing deep in your heart that someday your unwavering efforts would be seen, would be rewarded. And now, that day, that glorious moment has arrived. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, has never, not for a single second, forgotten you, dear Taurus. Every hardship you've faced, every time you gritted your teeth and pushed through the pain, every dream you've held close to your heart, but perhaps never dared to speak aloud. Every single one of those moments was heard, was seen, was carefully, lovingly accounted for. No moment was meaningless, no dream was ever ignored. The reward the universe has prepared for you, oh, it is magnificent, beyond measure. It simply needed the perfect timing, the precise alignment of energies, and that time, my dear Taurus, is now. The door of opportunity, shimmering with possibility, is opening right before your very eyes. Maybe it will manifest as a job offer that seems to have come from nowhere, an opportunity you never even dared to expect. Perhaps it's a long-held idea, a project dear to your heart that suddenly gains traction, finally receiving the recognition it deserves. Or maybe it's acknowledgement from someone who once doubted you, someone who didn't quite believe in your vision, now seeing you in your full, radiant truth. Whatever form this reward takes, and it will be deeply personal and perfectly tailored for you, remember this, Taurus. This isn't just luck falling from the sky. This is a well-earned reward, a cosmic acknowledgement of your silent perseverance, your unwavering dedication. Think of all those times you chose work over rest, all those moments you held things together in quiet strength, All those nights you lay awake, contemplating your path, your dreams, your purpose. No one saw it, perhaps, in the hustle and bustle of the everyday world, but the universe? Oh, it saw it all. And now it gently whispers, "That's enough, my dear Taurus. It's time to receive. No more waiting, no more doubting your worth, no more clinging to the shadows of the past. Taurus, this is your time. Time to step out from the shell of caution, to shed the cloak of self-doubt, and step boldly into a future where you are not only seen, but truly, deeply valued for the magnificent soul you are. Believe with every fiber of your being that you are worthy of this abundance, worthy of this joy, because you haven't just survived, you haven't just endured. You have risen above. You have thrived in the face of adversity. And now, the universe, in its infinite generosity, is placing in your very hands the key to the prosperity, the love, the fulfillment you have been quietly, steadfastly building, brick by brick with your unwavering spirit. Listen closely, because what you are hearing right now, in this very moment, is not random. It's not by chance that you landed on this video amidst the vastness of the internet. You have been guided here, every step of the way, every thought, every quiet inner nudge, every subtle prompting has been recorded, acknowledged, and orchestrated by the universe itself. And today, as you absorb these words, let them sink deep into your soul. Because this is the clearest sign yet. The long cycle has ended. The invisible weight that once held your beautiful heart down. Those half-formed relationships that never quite blossomed. That persistent emotional heaviness. Those invisible walls you felt confined by. They have all, in this moment, been shattered. Maybe you haven't fully registered it yet. Perhaps the shift is still unfolding in subtle ways. But pause for a moment, close your eyes if you wish, and truly feel. Haven't things felt a little lighter recently? Haven't the things that used to sting, to hurt, started to lose their grip on your heart? Have you begun to attract people into your life who make you feel safe, accepted, truly seen, and more authentically yourself than you have in a long time? My dear Taurus, is not a mere coincidence. That is liberation, a cosmic shift, breaking free from old chains so you can step with grace and confidence into a brand new, breathtaking chapter of your life. You've always been consistent, haven't you? Quietly so, without fanfare, without drama, with no need for the spotlight to illuminate your worth. You've lived your truth, steady, grounded, reliable, a rock in a world that often feels like shifting sands. Even when you were underestimated, even when the world didn't give you the credit you so richly deserved, you chose to keep going. You gave, you loved, you sacrificed for those you believed in, for the ideals you held dear. And sometimes, in the quiet of your own heart, you might have wondered, does anyone really see me? Does anyone truly understand the depth of my efforts? And the answer, resounding and true, is yes. The universe always has, always will, and it has been diligently, lovingly preparing a reward worthy of your magnificent soul. This reward, my dear Taurus, isn't solely about your job, your career, or the numbers in your bank account. It also arrives in the most precious form of all: love, true love, the kind you've always longed for, the kind that resonates with the deepest chambers of your heart, but perhaps rarely allowed yourself to fully trust, to fully believe was within your reach. There was someone, perhaps, who once passed through your life, someone who perhaps took your sincerity for granted, someone who might have believed you would always be there waiting, a constant presence in their orbit. But time, in its gentle yet firm way, has taught them a profound truth. A love like yours, Taurus, steadfast, loyal, deeply rooted, and utterly genuine, is not something easily found, and even harder to replace. Now they are returning, not as the person they once were, perhaps less evolved, less aware, but as a more mature, wiser version of themselves, one who has learned, perhaps through the school of hard knocks, how to love in the right way. They carry with them the quiet weight of regret, a deep appreciation for what they may have once overlooked, and a genuine, heartfelt desire to reconnect, to rekindle, to build something lasting. The question, dear Taurus, is, will you open your heart once more? Will you allow them back into the sacred space of your life? But even if you choose not to look back, even if that chapter remains closed, know this with unwavering certainty: a new connection is already on its way, one that is deeper, stronger, more aligned with your soul's true desires, and yes, written in the stars. This is no longer the fleeting, uncertain love you may have known in the past, the kind that left you questioning your worth, your value. This love is natural, grounding, unwavering. This person won't make you second-guess yourself. They won't disappear when life gets real, when challenges arise. They are not here to change you, to mold you into someone you're not. They are here to build with you, side by side. A love where both of you feel an unshakable sense of peace simply by being together. No guessing games, no manipulative tactics, no emotional roller coasters, just pure, present, unwavering love. And that, my dear Taurus, in its quiet strength, will be more than enough. Taurus, you may have, at times, allowed yourself to believe that true, lasting love was somehow too far out of reach, a beautiful dream, but not a tangible reality for you. But the truth, the beautiful, liberating truth, is this: you have endured enough heartbreak, enough quiet loss, enough patient waiting to finally be given the kind of love your heart was always built for, the kind your soul has yearned for in its deepest chambers. And the magic, the cosmic alignment of it all, is that this love is arriving right at the moment you are truly, deeply ready for it. This isn't some random blessing, some arbitrary stroke of good fortune. This is the profound and well-deserved outcome of your journey, of every pain you've weathered, every sacrifice you've made, every moment you chose to heal yourself, to nurture your spirit instead of giving up, instead of succumbing to despair. Now, my dear Taurus, take a deep, cleansing breath. Lift your beautiful head high and open your heart wide, because it is time to receive it all. Receive the abundance, receive the love, receive the recognition, receive the joy that is rightfully yours, because you are no longer stuck in that old, limiting cycle. You have made it through. You have emerged stronger, wiser, more radiant. You have been seen, truly seen, by the universe. And now, finally, you are truly, deeply, unequivocally being loved. Taurus, can you feel it? That subtle, yet undeniable shift within you. Something strange, yet beautiful, both weightless and powerfully transformative. That's not your imagination playing tricks, my friend. That's the unmistakable first sign that the cycle has been broken. A cycle that held you in place, perhaps for far too long. One that you might have even feared you would never escape. But now, that invisible wall, that seemingly impenetrable barrier, is shattering, piece by piece. A new breeze, fresh and invigorating, is entering the old space you once inhabited, carrying with it the release your soul has longed for, yearned for in its quiet moments. Perhaps you've asked yourself before, in moments of quiet reflection, why do I try so hard, pour my heart and soul into everything I do, and still feel unseen, undervalued? Why am I always the one who stays, the constant presence, the unwavering giver, the one who sacrifices without being truly understood, truly appreciated? But even amidst those questions, even when doubt may have flickered at the edges of your awareness, you kept going. Not because you were naive, not because you were unaware, but because that quiet steadiness, that unwavering sincerity, that deep well of compassion is the very essence of who you are. And that, my dear Taurus, is precisely why the universe has seen everything. Every tear you've hidden from the world, every time you forced yourself to be strong when your heart was quietly breaking, every dream you held onto in silence, nurturing it with unwavering faith. Not a single effort has been in vain. Not a single act of kindness has gone unnoticed. This moment, this powerful shift, isn't here to simply bless you with fleeting happiness. It's here to return to you, in abundance, what your beautiful soul has earned through perseverance, through kindness, through unwavering faith. The universe never forgets anyone, but for souls as strong, as resilient, as deeply compassionate as yours, the preparation must be deep, the foundation must be solid, so that when the reward finally arrives, you are strong enough to hold it, to honor it, and to lift it to even greater heights. And now, your energy is shifting, slowly yet undeniably, like the tide turning, bringing in a new wave of possibility. The people who no longer resonate with your evolved frequency, the connections that were draining, that were no longer serving your highest good, they are beginning to gently drift away. No dramatic goodbyes, no exhausting arguments, no painful confrontations. They simply can't remain in your energetic space anymore because your vibration is rising and you are moving towards a higher plane of existence. Those shallow, toxic connections, the ones that made you feel like you had to shrink yourself, dim your light, or constantly question your worth, they are dissolving, releasing their hold on your life. And in their place, you are beginning to attract something entirely new, something profoundly beautiful, souls that truly align with yours, spirits that resonate with your authentic frequency. This, my dear Taurus, is what you have deserved for so long. People who are not here to take advantage of your generosity, not here simply because you give so much, but people who see you deeply, honestly, with open hearts and clear eyes. People who recognize your tenderness, your sincerity, your profound emotional depth. People who are not afraid of commitment, who find peace in stillness, who value you exactly as you are. Not flashy, not loud, but steady, grounding, and utterly real. They will arrive quietly, perhaps unexpectedly, but when they do, they will stay, and with you, they will build something meaningful, something lasting, something safe, and something profoundly true. Taurus, you don't need to prove yourself anymore. You don't need to chase after love or work tirelessly to earn someone's fleeting attention. You simply need to be yourself, authentically, unapologetically, and the universe, in its perfect timing, will bring the right people, the right opportunities directly to you. People who won't leave when you need them most, people who won't make you feel like you have to constantly fight to keep them in your life, and most importantly, people who won't be afraid of your truth, not even the scars you've tried so hard to hide, the vulnerabilities you've kept shielded from the world. This isn't just a new chapter in your life story, Taurus. This is a rebirth of your energy, a profound and beautiful renewal, a beginning that brings not just relief from past burdens, but crystal clear clarity, illuminating your path forward. You'll start to see, with newfound discernment, who is truly meant to walk beside you on this next phase of your journey, who is genuinely worthy of the precious energy you so generously give. And for everyone who gently, gracefully leaves, don't grieve their departure. That space they are creating, that void they leave behind, is not a loss, but a preparation. They are making room for new souls, for deeper connections, for spirits who are kinder, more whole, more aligned with your evolved self. Believe this, dear Taurus. You are no longer the version of yourself who felt stuck, who felt limited, who felt unseen. You are changing, transforming, rising. And the universe, in its infinite wisdom, is shifting right along with you, mirroring your magnificent transformation. Taurus, can you feel it now? That palpable shift in the very air around you. A new wave of energy quietly, powerfully moving into your life. Not with a crash of thunder, not with a blinding flash of lightning, not rushed or chaotic, but in a way that is unmistakable, undeniable. An old cycle, long and heavy, laden with hardship and unspoken burdens, is dissolving, releasing its grip. Something that once held you back, made you feel like you were trapped in a draining loop, is fading, gently disappearing like fog in the light of dawn. This isn't just change, my friends. This is liberation, pure and simple. A long-standing burden, a silent weight that perhaps no one saw but you carried in your heart, is finally, irrevocably being released. And do you know what this truly means, dear Taurus? This is the moment your soul, in its deepest wisdom, has been waiting for. Taurus, you are the sign of stability, loyalty, and enduring faith. You are not someone who gives up easily, are you? No matter how many times life may have knocked you down, you kept getting back up, dusting yourself off, and moving forward even when others left you halfway through the journey. You chose patience, you chose forgiveness, you chose quiet endurance, even when your heart ached. But because of this incredible resilience, because of your unwavering spirit, you've carried so many memories, haven't you? Memories that perhaps felt like a part of your identity, woven into the fabric of who you are, but were, in reality, just unhealed wounds, still subtly holding you back from fully stepping into your magnificent potential. Now, the universe is whispering to you, in the quiet moments, in the gentle nudges of your intuition. It's time to let go. You don't need to hold yourself together just to appear strong in the eyes of the world. You don't need to cling to the past simply because you're afraid of forgetting, afraid of the unknown future. Sometimes, my dear Taurus, letting go isn't giving up, it's freeing yourself. Freeing yourself from what no longer belongs to you. Freeing yourself from the weight of the old pain, the unsaid words that linger in the air, the people who once promised to stay but ultimately didn't. You don't need to carry it anymore, Taurus, because the universe has seen you. It saw the days you smiled through a broken heart. It saw the moments you chose silence to keep the peace, chose to endure, to preserve love, to protect connection. And because you never stopped trying, because you never lost faith in the goodness of life, the universe has been quietly, lovingly preparing a reward, a magnificent tapestry of blessings just for you. A new door is opening in front of you, Taurus, shimmering with possibility, leading you away from the shadows of the past. No more days of confusion and emotional exhaustion. No more relationships that make you question your worth. No more cycles of limitation and lack. But a new future gentler, healthier, more aligned with your soul's deepest desires, designed to heal you from the inside out, to nurture your spirit, and to allow your true self to finally blossom. But to walk confidently through that door, to embrace the abundance that awaits you, you must be willing to let go, to allow the past to gently rest, to believe with unwavering faith that what's ahead will be infinitely better, more fulfilling, and more aligned with your true path than anything you have had to leave behind. You deserve peace, Taurus, not the forced peace that comes from pretending everything is fine, but true peace, the kind where you can simply be yourself, authentically, unapologetically, without needing to perform, without needing to be strong every single moment, just because no one ever gave you permission to be soft, to be vulnerable, to be human. Taurus, you don't have to be okay all the time. You don't have to be strong every single day. Allow yourself to heal. Allow yourself to be gentle with yourself, and the magic is, the moment you truly let go of the past, everything you've been searching for, everything you've been yearning for, will begin to effortlessly find its way to you. A better job, a new opportunity that expands your horizons in ways you couldn't have imagined. A love deep enough to make you believe in soulmates again. It's all ahead of you, Taurus. Not far off, in some distant future, but right here, waiting for you to say, I've walked far enough with the past. Now, I choose the future. I choose joy. I choose abundance. I choose love. Remember this, dear Taurus. The universe hasn't forgotten you. It's simply been waiting for you to put down the heavy weight of the past so it can finally place something truly worthy, something truly magnificent in your deserving hands. Taurus, there's a profound truth you may not have fully realized yet. Deep within your heart of hearts, you are no longer the person bound by that old, limiting cycle. You have moved through it, quietly, gently, with unwavering grace, but more powerfully than you might even give yourself credit for. A cycle of stagnation, of limitation, of feeling not enough has finally, decisively been broken. And that moment, that magnificent turning point, didn't arrive with noise or fireworks, but with a silent explosion of light in your heart, a feeling like you've awakened from a long, exhausting dream, as if you've just opened your eyes and the first rays of dawn are streaming in, gently awakening your entire being to a new day, a new possibility, a new beginning. Maybe you've felt, at times, like your life has moved slower than others, that you've had to try twice as hard, work twice as long, to get what others seem to receive with half the effort. But what you didn't know, what you are only now beginning to understand, is that the universe never forgot you. It was simply preparing something uniquely yours, a path unlike anyone else's. No rush, no detours, just perfectly aligned moments, waiting for you to keep going, to keep being you, to keep trusting in your own inner compass. And now, that time has arrived. You are stepping out of the shadow of the past, out of the generational patterns that once held you, out of the fears programmed into you since childhood, the fear of failing, the fear of change, the fear of instability. They are slowly, gently unraveling now, one liberating experience at a time. You're not just living for yourself anymore, Taurus. You're creating a new path, a new legacy, where safety is no longer a cage, but a solid, beautiful foundation for something truly powerful, truly magnificent to blossom. You are someone, dear Taurus, who carries the profound value of sustainability, of enduring strength, of unwavering loyalty, and that, in its quiet power, is exactly what makes you such a unique source of inspiration. Not through flashy words, not through fleeting trends, but through quiet action, through the way you never gave up, through the way you chose a harder path, a slower path, but one that felt undeniably true to your heart. And slowly, almost imperceptibly, you are becoming a symbol of steady transformation, a living testament to resilience, a person who can break cycles and still stay deeply rooted in their core values. Maybe you've never seen yourself as a trailblazer, never considered yourself someone who inspires others. You've just been living, day by day, in a way that felt right, in a way that honored your inner truth. But it's that very way of being, that quiet consistency, that unwavering integrity that is now becoming a mirror for others. In your family, in your workplace, in your relationships, people are beginning to see that you radiate something steady, something safe, something deeply trustworthy. And in your presence, they feel inspired to be more real, more resilient, more grounded in who they truly are. And the most beautiful thing of all, Taurus, is you don't have to try to make it happen. You simply need to keep being who you are. A Taurus who is grounded, thoughtful, full of quiet love. Someone who has lost enough to truly treasure life's simplest joys. Someone who has failed enough to understand what real success truly means. And someone who has been silent long enough that now, when you do speak, your words carry undeniable weight, undeniable wisdom, undeniable truth. Taurus, you have come farther than you even realize. You're no longer held back by the heavy chains of your past, no longer bound by outdated beliefs that dimmed your light. You are building a new foundation, not just for yourself, but for the generations that follow in your footsteps. A future where you finally get to choose what you deserve, not what you were once taught to simply endure. And if you could see yourself right now, Taurus, through the eyes of your past self, through the eyes of the person you once were, you'd know with absolute certainty that every hardship, every delay, every heartbreak you endured, it all meant something. None of it was wasted. You've been preparing for this moment all along, and now, finally, it's time to step boldly into this new chapter of your life. Not to chase the fleeting illusions of the world, but to create a new one, a world within and around you. One where truth, depth, and authenticity finally have a place to thrive, to flourish, to be celebrated. And now, dear Taurus, if you've stayed with me until this very moment, take another deep breath and feel this truth resonate deeply within you. You have stepped out of an old chapter. You have broken a cycle that once felt endless, inescapable. You are no longer bound by invisible limitations. You are no longer trapped in the patterns of those who came before you. You are being reborn, quietly, beautifully, brilliantly. Money, love, recognition, abundance in all its forms are all moving toward you, drawn to the light of your evolved soul. You will thrive in wealth, not because money controls you, but because you have finally learned how to master the energy of abundance within yourself, to align with its flow, to attract its blessings. You don't need to chase anymore, Taurus. Now, the universe is chasing you, eager to return what you have long deserved, what you have earned through your unwavering spirit. And there is something else, something more. Someone is noticing you, Taurus. A silent gaze, a kindred soul watching from afar, drawn to your quiet strength, to your radiant authenticity. It might be someone who once let you go, someone from your past who now sees you in a completely new light. Or it might be someone entirely new, about to step into your life and change everything in the most beautiful way imaginable. Whoever they are, this time, they're not coming to test you, not coming to challenge your worth. They're coming to stay. So receive it, Taurus. Open your heart wide. Let go of the lingering shadows of the past and believe with unwavering faith that you are no longer the version of yourself that had to fight just to survive. You are Taurus, in your present form, steady, mature, wise, and confidently stepping into your golden era. If you feel this message resonates with your energy, if you feel the truth of these words deep within your soul, write in the comments below, "I am ready to receive abundance and true love." The universe is listening, my dear Taurus, and every word you speak now is a gateway to your future. Thank you, from the depths of my heart, for walking this incredible journey with me. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you won't miss any more sacred messages, any more powerful prophecies tailored just for you. Beautiful Taurus, your financial destiny, your love life, your overall fulfillment, it's all fully, gloriously in your hands. And I cannot wait, with joyful anticipation, to see what the universe brings you next. Step into alignment with the current of abundance, and let the universe's incredible, unwavering energy guide you toward a future that is brighter, more beautiful, and more fulfilling than you could have ever dreamed.